everyone, this is Carmina. LOL, that is my disguise name. But I am making a new burgundian overgown out of heavy jacquard. It's very heavy. See, it moves the whole form when I move it. And this is not a good sewing form. It's shorter than me by a whole foot. This is the size of somebody who was like, they would be like 3 or 4 inches shorter than me. So they would be like 5 foot even if they were this tall. So if somebody was this tall, I think. And the shoulders are a good 3 or 4 inches lower than my actual shoulders. I'm 5'5", so that gives you an idea of how I cut the gown and why there's so much at the bottom. I wanted to wait until it was on a sewing form and wait until it had its lining to properly trim the front and make sure it was the right length for me, and then have a train in the back that was just a small train. And with this being burgundian gown, I'm going to have to alter the pattern after it's been cut from the pattern, with the pattern, and just make the steep V cut right here. And I'll be using velvet facing out of purple, and I'll be using purple satin. Just something to advise people on. If you feel like you can wear this at a time when the weather's cooler, and say you want to make a burgundian gown out of this jacquard, and by the way, you can find this on Etsy. If you look up jacquard on Etsy, one of the things that'll pop up is this, and it's beautiful. Comes in cream background, comes in red background, comes in royal blue background, and I think it also comes in turquoise and yellow, and it also comes in magenta. So you would have a wide range of choices. The pink is beautiful. I think someone like Daisy Victoria would like it. The colors are in this jacquard are just so joyful, and I would, if you want to order it, you can get it while it's on sale. They have sales where it's up to 20 or 30% off, and you can get enough for one of these gowns. I'm going to be making the sleeves not as fitted, kind of loose, but still button up and have velvet cuffs along with the velvet facing on the neckline. I may or may not use the velvet on the hem, but if it's possible, I will. I only bought 5 yards of the velvet, and it's probably limited amount. Is gonna be pretty limited, so I have to make sure that I have enough before I start putting the facing on. As far as the advice I mentioned about, sorry for being so scatterbrained, but I think it's best that you don't have to pay full price for the real silk. You can just get this type of polyester blend or polyester fabric, and it's still going to be beautiful. And since it's open in the neckline and it's got looser sleeves, it's not going to bother you as much as the tightly fitted garment would that's made out of polyester. So as long as you have an underlining or an underlayer of linen, which I do have a linen shift that I'm making for this, then you'll be fine, and it'll absorb the sweat, and you won't have to worry about washing this too much. And I know this kind of polyester jacquard really changes when you wash it. It gets softer, but it also loses its structure. So that's something you need to worry about when you treat it. I haven't pre-treated this fabric. I was planning on dry cleaning it, and once the gown was done. And I'm lining it in purple satin. So here's the satin that I'm lining it with. It's also polyester. I don't always use polyester. I'm really against it because polyester I learned in textiles, has contributed to a lot of pollution, and it doesn't decompose or decompose or go back to the earth very easily. So something like this you should keep and not throw away, and you should reuse the fabric if something happens to the dress, because you don't want to send this into the earth and have it polluting anything, and washing it in the washing machine will give off microplastic pollution, which goes into the ocean eventually. And everyone has been exposed to microplastic pollution before because they have eaten fish from the ocean. And if you've eaten fish from the ocean, you probably have microplastic in you. And just to let you know. So just do your research. I took a class on this, so that's how I know. Of course, it doesn't qualify me as an expert. I would recommend doing your research on microplastic pollution and pollution from polyester fibers. And yeah, also, but when you get something that's this good quality, this is really good quality stuff. It's beautiful, it's sturdy. As long as you treat it right, it's not going to add to the problem, as long as you keep it in good condition and you don't throw it away. If it gets a tear in it, mend it with something. If it gets completely ruined with stains, try taking it apart and making a bag out of it, because you don't want to add to the problem that is in the earth with the polyester stuff. And I'm sorry I'm not using all the technical terms right. I'm really overwhelmed right now, because this is a very big project and it is nuts. I'm frustrated also that I can't get the back symmetrical. I've tried. Let me see if I can turn this around. But I tried getting the back symmetrical. And if anybody has any advice, look, this is more in and this is more out, and I think it was a cutting cutting mistake that I did. This fabric could not be cut and laid exactly on top of each other quite correctly as I wanted. It seemed like my scissors wouldn't cut 2 layers, so I had to cut one at a time, and that's how heavy this stuff is. It would make a great pair of jeans if you made jeans out of this, or a sport jacket, like a suit jacket. So, yeah, I'm just really excited, and I also drafted the pattern from Morgan Donner's tutorial on how to make a princess seam gown. I took my normal 4-panel gown pattern and I made this this pattern that has 4 pieces, but there would be 2 fabric pieces cut from each one of these, making it an 8-panel dress. And you don't have to have the skirt pattern be full length. That way you can choose the length of the skirt and it saves on your pattern paper. And I didn't have very big pieces to use in the first place, so the one thing I wanted to do was make sure this had enough room for my bust and it was supporting me correctly. So I've changed this pattern several times. I've added on some here. I've taken away some in the waist and in the hips, because I found out that when I first made my first rendition of this dress from this pattern, that it was flaring too much away from the hips. And I thought that was like a problem with the pattern, so I just cut it straight down and cut it straight down here too, because there used to be a curve here. See how that black line ends? And it seems to have worked really well. I will be showing you the full collection in just a moment. So let me pause. I will be showing you my collection of medieval clothing that I've sewn so far, and I will be trying one of them on. So hopefully this will work. Hello everyone. Okay, so this is all of my medieval clothes that I finished that are hanging on this hanger on the door. Sorry, it's out of focus. But oh yes, I know. Little Isabella is wanting some lunch. I have to feed her. Are you sassing me? Are you sassing? Yeah, you're being sassy. What is it? What is it? What you want? What you want? I know you want food. I have to finish this first. And I'll feed you. Oh yes, I know. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. You're a good girl. Yes. Sorry, my room's a mess. Anyways, this is the gown that was the first one I did based on the design that Bernadette Banners did, only I did mine in blue. This is the gown, or the kirtle, it's actually a kirtle, that I was going to try on. So, and I am a lazy noodle. I did not want to clean my room for this. I did not care. But oftentimes I do care. No. Please don't put your claws in this. Please. Please. No. Oh dear. I'm going to have to move into the other room. I might as well get my shift. So where is it? This shift is getting so old. It's a cotton shift. I did not know really what linen was like. I mistook some cotton muslin that was high quality for some fine linen. And yeah, that is why it's good to check with the shop owner. Of course, it was at a donation store or a charity store that I got this shift material at. So I will be sure to... Good, Kitty's not following me. I will be sure to show you the full outfit once it's done, once I'm done putting it on. So here's my trusty outfit mirror. Looking pretty good. So here's my medieval kirtle that I made out of linen, blue indigo linen from Japan. It is. I didn't know that you could get like this really nice stuff. And it's on Amazon. It's called Japan Nature Linen. It works really well. It's not too expensive. I think I was able to score it for less than $10 a yard. I bought 10 of it. And these are cotton velvet sleeves with gold button loops, and the brocade on it is brocade from India, from a store on Etsy. And I did like a tabard design down the front, like a pilgrim's dress. So this would be like an underlayer for a lady to wear if she were traveling, pilgriming, or maybe she could wear this underneath a court gown. I haven't decided yet. It doesn't really fit underneath my red winter gown, which is what I intended it for, which is why I put this brocade on it. So like I put side lacing, which is spiral laced, and I have my shift on underneath. This provides a surprising amount of bust support. I'm not wearing a bra, and the mirror bounces more than anything else, which is funny. And this pattern for an 8-panel dress, like I explained earlier, produces a very wide skirt. It's very full. It's floor length, and it has a little tiny train in the back. Can't really see it. I'm not really able to show you without help. But yeah, so this is what I actually look like in a kirtle. And I'm looking forward to wearing this to Ren Fair. Hopefully I'll be able to lace it tighter then, maybe. But right now it fits really snug and great, and it supports me. I'm not wearing my hair up in braids because I did have them up in braids, but unfortunately they were looking a bit messy, so I took them down to rest my hair and hopefully brush it through later. So so there's not much I can do without camera help. Someone wants to sponsor me some money, which I cannot ask for. I don't think it's smart to ask for money on your show, like on your vlog, but like someone can buy me a coffee, and that would help pay for one of those smooth camera things, which would be nice, and I can make the content a little better, and it would be better for YouTube that way too. A little bit, not much, because don't have that many people following me, but at least I have friends who know about my channel. And oh, my battery power is down to 15%. So I will be ending this video, and I've just been really kind of raw and unscripted and open about everything, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing this dress. And also I used a method of hemming this dress, and this dress, by the way, is completely hand sewn, so you can see the hand stitching I did there. And this is silk dupion, a strip of it that I used to hem the dress with, and I had accidentally cut this linen too short, and in the lining of the cotton too. So I used a layer of silk dupion, a strip of it, to hem it with, so I didn't have to fold it up as much, and it worked out really well. And as you can see, it's lined with red, and all of the seams are bound with jaquard ribbon, which may or may not been a period practice binding with ribbon, but I know in other periods they do that. I just find it has a clean finish, and it's really nice. So here's what it looks like up close. It's just red and blue. So this whole outfit is red and blue and gold. I don't know what kind of overgown I should make for it. It is 15th century, and it does have like these gappy sleeves and stuff on the elbow. So like I did draft the sleeves wrong. However, however good the dress itself is, the sleeves are a little flawed. I made the sleeve opening go on the back of the arm a little bit, but as you can see, it's kind of on the top of the arm a little more than it should be. It should be over here, but it's over here. And it kind of reminds me of Italian Renaissance a little bit, where some of the sleeve, the blah blah blah, the shift is coming through the sleeve. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be seeing you later. Probably need to wear makeup for these. Oh well.